Drag shows could have a tougher job finding a place to perform under a new bill filed in Frankfort. Our Colleen Finney joins us with the details of the legislation and how the drag community is reacting. Colleen.
Bodie, if Senate Bill 115 is passed, new regulations would come for adult-oriented businesses. And according to the bill, that includes drag shows. Performances would have to be at least 1,000 feet away from locations that cater to minors, meaning schools, churches, parks, homes, and walking trails. These shows take several forms, including drag brunches. I visited one this morning in Lexington where members of the drag community told me they were shocked when they heard the news.
I thought the person that told me was joking. I had no idea that this was for real. No, a drag show's not hurting anyone. We're not trying to change anyone. What we are doing is fighting for the right to be who we are.
Helena Handbasket has hosted her fair share of drag brunches at popular venues in Lexington. But lawmakers in Frankfort could make that harder to do.
I have sat in libraries and read to children. We're not going to read, Playgirl magazine to a room full of kids.
The bill states that an adult cabaret, meaning nightclubs, bars, and restaurants, cannot have a person who appears nude or semi-nude because it is harmful to minors.
They are professionals and they know their crowd. If there are going to be minors in a restaurant or something, we modify our music and our show and what we wear to fit that crowd. We are professionals, just as you would expect any actor on a stage to wear the right costume. You're not going to dress like a girl and play Tony in West Side Story. We do the same thing.
I mean, I worry about our bars downtown because it's very drag-centric at a lot of the event spaces here in town, and we've got to do something to change it.
The event planner of Sunday's Drag Brunch, Adam Rodriguez-Rout, says the bill would make the job harder and add stress when finding places to hold shows. But it would also hinder how drag queens give back to the community.
This drag show this morning, it's for charity. So, we're doing good in the community. We need to think about that and not worry about the nonsense, that comes along with it.
By restricting adult-oriented businesses to staying 1,000 feet away from places that cater to minors, lawmakers say they are promoting the health, safety, and general welfare of the citizens of the Commonwealth.
This is not anything that should be on your radar. Let's figure out how to feed hungry people and house the homeless. I think we've got a whole lot bigger things on our plate than worrying about a drag queen doing a show too close to a school.
We did try to reach out to the Republican senators sponsoring the bill and have not yet received a comment. Should the bill pass, the establishments would be affected, could continue to have drag shows until summer of 2025. Bodie?